Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. So let's have a look at what we have to deal with today. As always, there'll be YouTube chapters below if you want to skip through quite a few different battles for you today, because one of the feeds you probably, if you've seen the challenge, could be a bit tricky. Anyway, don't want to spoil anything. Let's just start now by reviewing what's actually happening in today's challenge. So we are visiting Death Star, which means we get that, ability with an insta-kill. We're just facing your bog standard Admiral Redis team, but they are very fast, so yeah, it's gonna be a tricky one, but as long as you can keep them under control, you should be good. Now in terms of feats, we have to win with a full team of bounty hunter units, so I didn't find this particularly challenging. However, win after removing 400% turn meter from the enemy, so that's the bit that could be tricky because it says after removing. So is it you don't need to attempt, but if they resist, does it count or not? Because usually we need to attempt, whereas here actually says remove, so I guess we do have to remove. Again, this feat is a little bit annoying because without actual feat tracker during the battles, you have no idea did you do 400% turn meter remove or not, so you just have to do your absolute best to stall as hard as you can, which in combination with the modifier isn't the most easy thing always to do. Because with the Death Star, right, we have this super laser blast ability that charges 5% anytime unit takes a turn, so this cooldown is shared between you and enemies, and then as soon as it reaches 100%, whoever is next can use it, so either it's you or the enemy, so it's really trying to control the enemy so that they don't get to use it, that you do use it. All ability blocks help with that a lot as well, and stuns and things like that, so they can't get a turn. Luckily, AI is not always prioritizing this super laser blast ability, so you may still get lucky for a turn or two with ability fully charged if they have a turn. Now in terms of the player modifier, Thrill of the Hunt, so that's the modifier for bounty hunters. It's a very good one because we start off with true defense, so even though the enemy is going to be very fast out of the gate, bounty hunters shouldn't have too much problems surviving the opening attacks just because of this true defense. And whenever we get our contract triggered, we get Frenzy for one turn on everybody, and our cooldowns are reset. So once you hit your contract, you can steamroll these guys, which is not necessarily a good thing if you're trying to complete the turn meter removal feat as well. And in terms of the enemy modifier, they are getting the good rebel modifier, so that's the odds one, where as long as they crit, they can keep attacking over and over again. But again, luckily, no Sabine in there with multi-taps on her basics, so I didn't find this particularly modifier to be too annoying today. Now I'm gonna kick off with the footage from my smaller account, and then we'll move on to the main account where I have more teams built out, so I can give you different options for turn meter removal. This one a bit limited with what I was able to do. However, I do have Jabba unlocked, and this allowed me to do all the feats, well, all the free-to-play feats, which are 2 in a single battle. So as you can see, not bringing in Leia because I don't want her thermal detonators just destroying the enemy team. I am bringing in Dengar, his AoE's got turn meter removal, and then Cad Bane and Greedo on their special that removes buffs as well, they've got turn meter removal. So I'll rely on these 3 dudes to keep trying to remove as much turn meter as I can, while obviously Karsantan and Jabba keeping everybody alive. That's the plan. If you can stall long enough and survive, then I think you can get turn meter removal done as well as your bounty hunter feat with your Jabba squad. So what I want to do first is get a buff immunity on K2, so I don't have to deal with his taunt and everything. Okay, then they get to go get a few hits out there, but as you can see, the Thrill of the Hunt here, all this true defense providing us, they're just tickling us for the most part in the first couple of turns. Okay, let's get a taunt up. It's not a full hot cartel team because Dengar is not hot cartel, so we don't get a pre-taunt on Karsantan. Sure, let's go ahead and cleanse the debuffs. Okay, they're getting a few more turns in there. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and do an AoE. Hopefully push back some turn meter. Yeah, we did it. Okay, now Cad Bane here. Let's go ahead and hit Pathfinder. Did we remove some turn meter or not? I'm not sure. And then, ooh, Greedo's got 8 exposes on him. Okay. Oh, he's got 13 exposes on him. Okay, contract triggered. Good. So now we get Frenzy, so we'll get a lot of turns. Let's see if we can push back some turn meter on Jean. I don't have Zeta here on Greedo, so no stun on his special, but we did remove turn meter. Let's go ahead, remove center meter from Radis, good. Let's go, I think, should I? Yeah, let's go ahead, cleanse up all those exposes. Let's go ahead, another AoE. Remember, with Thrill of the Hunt, our cooldowns were reset, so I was able to get another AoE turn meter removal there with Dengar. How we looking? Okay, so we do have the super laser blast ability ready to be used, so I want to ensure that I'm the one using it. So just get Radis out so you don't have to deal with, you know, his ultimate when they complete the download progress. Then go after G next, because she's kind of annoying, you know, with her AoEs. She can hit all those exposes like on Dengar and Greedo, and then she could defeat them. Okay, let's see if we can stall this out to get more turn meter removal feed done with the Swan. So I'm just kind of spreading the damage at this point. Luckily Pathfinder there and K2 are kind of durable, so hopefully we can get another turn meter removal out there with Dengar. Cut Bane's got one more turn to get his turn meter removal out. Okay, Dengar as well. Greedo's ability blocked unfortunately there, so I can't use his turn meter removal ability just yet. I'm just gonna do a basic, I think. Let's just try and stall this out. There we go. Let's go ahead, remove center meter from K2. All right. Super laser blast ability ready to be used. Now let's just go ahead, make sure I use it, not the enemy. Sneak in another AoE there with my Dengar. Unfortunately, still ability blocked on Greedo. Not sure we can get another turn with Greedo. Come on. Okay, but as mentioned, luckily I was able to remove here turn meter, and I got all the feeds done with Jabba. So it is possible if you stall hard enough, but again, without feed tracker, it's hard to see how you are progressing. Now, obviously, if you can't get turn meter removal feed done with bounty hunters, don't worry. I've got Darth Vader lead here, and then I've got 3 more teams for my main account that can also help you with turn meter removal. So plenty of options. Hopefully, one of these will work for you. So first one, probably Darth Vader could be a thing. The most straightforward way to do, because with his lead we have 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter, which can't be resisted with Sith or Empire allies. Furthermore, his basic on Jedi and Rebel enemies can't be evaded, and ability block can't be resisted. So you don't need to worry really too much about doing that they will do anything at all, because they're constantly ability blocked with Darth Vader. So they can't use super laser blast ability, they can't use their specials, their AoEs, their cleanses, they can't do anything. So on top of obviously the leadership from Vader that will help us turn meter removal, we got the control situation from Gideon, and then as well Thrawn on his fracture ability as well removes more turn meter. So what I'll do here, I'll just fracture Jean. I don't want to deal with her, she's very fast, taking a lot of turns. Let's see if we can get a shock up there, so we keep the taunt on Malak. Then you want to isolate Radis, so you know he can't do a whole lot as well. And then we'll just kind of try now to spread the damage. Here we go, another merciless already. Let's go ahead and again do a round of basics, make sure everybody's ability blocks so they can't do anything. So that's kind of the overall strategy here. With this team, you've got a lot of control, and you know, it's pretty straightforward. I think this could be the easiest way to get this done. Obviously, if you do have Lord Vader, you could just chuck in Lord Vader maybe instead of Traya or something. I don't know, just, you know, for more turn meter removal with Lord Vader's AoEs. But for the most part, I mean, I didn't have any issues. Again, just make sure everybody's ability blocked constantly. Let's go after Radis there. Make sure he doesn't do a whole lot. My Malak's a bit low there, so I just decided to drain Radis. Definitely with the Radis out, you know, they have no win condition. Now just a case of, again, a round of basics. Try to stall as long as you can. See if you can sneak in another control situation with Gideon as well. And that should be more than enough to get your 400% turn meter removal. Yeah, okay, Jean healed for some reason, I'll take it. I don't know how and why, but that's good, so we can pull another controller situation there with Gideon, a couple of more hits, and then we should be good to go. So definitely I have a feel like this team as well could easily complete turn meter removal feat for you if you were not able to do it, you know, with Jabba bounty hunter team as I showed up. So this is all the battles from my smaller account, so let's see the progress. So far I hit the milestone 44, well, nearly 45 on the reward track. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Let's hop over now to my main account, a few different options. So I have Jabba here, but I wanted to try just with the standard bounty hunter lineup. Again, trying to bring in Dengar and Cat Bane for turn meter removal. I don't know, maybe I should have brought Greedo as well for turn meter removal. I don't know, was it enough or not? Just the thing is, obviously with Jabba, you have a lot more survivability, so it's, I think, easier, obviously, to stall than with these bounty hunters. But at least the good news is you shouldn't have issues beating, you know, these guys with your bounty hunters. As long as you got Mando for his insta-kill, so you can get Admiral Redis out right out of the gate. The winning part, I think, shouldn't be too difficult. But other than that, yeah, I was just trying to get turn meter removal fit, you know, trying to now stall the battle at this point, trying to get Cat Bane more turns, trying to get Dengar more turns, but I was not able, unfortunately, to get a turn meter removal fit done. Probably it's possible, maybe I should have done like Dengar lead and then put Greedo instead of Bossk. Maybe that'll help, but then you can't get contract as fast without those double assists, so I don't know. It could be possible, but I think, you know, maybe it's not worth the hassle because there are lots of other great options that can get turn meter removal fit done easily. Speaking of those, I will kick off with Rey Jedi training and a squad of droids. There is the free resistance droids. Now as this sortie there is optional, she's nice because on her AoE she's got additional turn meter removal, but mostly will rely on turn meter removal from Rey's Jedi mind tricks. Then also C-3PO on his basic removes turn meter as well. And of course the leadership from Rey, whenever our resistance allies use a special ability, we will be removing 5% turn meter from all the enemies that have expose on them, and these can't be resisted. So there you go, the AoE there from sortie, removing some turn meter as well. So that's the name of the game here. Spread exposes as much as you can on everybody, keep hitting those specials. So that then you are removing turn meter from everybody, and obviously utilize C-3PO's basic as well to land expose and also remove turn meter at the same time. Mind tricks there with Rey as well removes, you know, quite a good chunk of turn meter as well. So I didn't really have issues here. The good thing about this team as well, plenty of control. We got ability blocks, we got stuns, we got turn meter train going. I used their super laser blast ability first on Raiders just to make sure that they don't have a win condition, right? That we will win once we move enough turn meter. Illuminated Destiny, landing exposes on everybody, so whenever we use special, we keep pushing back turn meter on all the enemies. So now stalling is the name of the game here. Again, without feed tracker, you're a bit, you know, here in the dark. Did I remove turn meter? Did I not remove turn meter? But I think Rey lead with droids shouldn't have problems. So Asajj lead is similar like Darth Vader lead. If you do have Zeta on her leadership, the Night Sisters has like 50% chance, I think, to remove 20% turn meter that can't be resisted. But without Darth Vader's ability blocks, it's a little bit more difficult to control the enemies here. But as you can see, we'll just kind of keep hitting AoEs. You want to save Asajj's Dispel for later, once you want to dispel the taunts. So that you can use super laser blast ability on Raiders. That's why you just want to hold off with Asajj's Dispel for the beginning. Also, Asajj's Dispel will remove turn meter for every buff dispelled, something like that. So more turn meter removal as well there. I guess you could bring in Spirit. She's got turn meter removal on basic also. That could be an option. But as you can see, we are getting plenty of turn meter removal as is already. Hold off on that Dispel. There we go. Now they got the taunts up. And now on next turn with Asajj, we will be utilizing her Dispel that will remove turn meter, and then we can also target Redis with Super Laser Blast ability. They're getting a bunch of turns, that's fine. Okay, so Super Laser Blast ability ready to be used. So this is where I'm gonna go ahead, Dispel all the buffs, hopefully push back some turn meter as well in the process. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Will Raiders be clever enough? Nah, he just used basic instead of Super Laser Blast ability. Got a bit lucky there. So again, with Night Sisters, it's possible to remove turn meter. It's just, you know, trying to line up that Super Laser Blast ability on Raiders before they get to use it. A bit less control than with Darth Vader lead, but it's an option if you do have solid Night Sister lineup. It could be as well an easy way to do it. Now, another option is, if you do have Jedi Master Luke, go ahead, do that. I didn't bring a fifth, I just want to stall this battle because We've got Jedi Master Luke's AoE that removes turn meter, then Old Ben on his Mind Tricks got AoE turn meter removal, and then Jedi Trevon on his direct focus got turn meter removal. So I don't want to bring a fifth, just Yoda there a little bit for healing up and turn meter, because I want to be able to stall this battle long enough to make sure I get enough of these AoEs out, because again, without Feat Tracker, did I remove? How much turn meter did I remove? Did it get resisted? No. Does it count? Who knows? Anyway, just kind of trying a little bit to spread the damage here. Just going after Cassian a little bit. Let's go ahead and increase cooldowns on Redis and Daisy as well, just to slow him down. Sure, let's go ahead, call Yoda here for assist. And with Jedi Trevon, every time I got have his turn meter swap ability, I always pass it on to Luke, just to get Luke as many turns as possible so he can get back to his AoEs as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead, put Master's Training there over on Jedi Trevon just to clear off those exposes. Then I get a few hits. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead, smack another AoE now. Boom. Nice one. Good chunk of turn meter removal. Just basic there. Just trying to stall the battle a little bit. Start working on Radis as well. Okay, so we got Super Laser Blast ability ready to be used. I'm just gonna kind of stall it out a little bit as long as I can. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it now on Cassian. He was low anyways, and he was gonna go next. I did not want him using a Super Laser Blast ability. Let's go ahead, slow down there with the daze and cooldown increase on Jean. Pass another turn over to Luke. We smack another AoE, so that was, I think, 3 AoEs with Luke already. So hopefully, you know, that should be enough. Heal up the team a little bit, just kind of stalling out the battle. Let's go ahead, increasing cooldowns. Here comes another Mind Tricks there with Old Ben. Let's go ahead, just use Super Laser Blast ability on Radis, get him down. He was low in health already anyways, so just want to make sure that you are always the one using Super Laser Blast ability. Get a mark over on Pathfinder maybe, I don't know, swap turn meter. Let's see if we can sneak in another AoE. So if you don't want to deal damage, you can just keep calling Hermit Yoda for assist, right, because his basic doesn't do any damage. Yeah, let's go ahead, push back center meter on Jean. Smack an AoE. Good thing about Pathfinder, right? He comes back if he's got a buff. So let's see if we can stall long enough to get Ben here. There we go for another Mind Tricks. Lots of turn meter removed there from both K2 and Pathfinder. So now we're just gonna go ahead, finish the battle, and these two, I think, should complete turn meter removal fit. Alright, so these are all the battles I have for today's video. Quite a few options I tested out for turn meter removal, because this one always is maybe the most difficult to complete, because we have no way of tracking exactly what's going on. Now let's compare the progress between my smaller account. Remember, it was on 44 but almost 45 milestone. So here I'm on 40, what is it, 48, so 4 free milestones ahead. So looks like I was 2 free, now I'm 3-4, so looks like the main account is a little bit increasing the gap. So we'll have to wait and see, obviously, where by the end of the episode where both accounts will sit. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.